Welcome back to EWTV. I'm your host, Mercedes Sarmini, and also known as Flowers by Mercedes, and I am here today to teach you how to get floral this festive season. We're going to start with a wreath. Now with Oasis wreaths we need to put them into water like so. So right now that's soaking up some water, and in 5 minutes we're going to come back to that, but first I'd like to introduce you to the floral contestants. Now this morea is going to be used as the greenery, which then more or less covers most of the oasis. So just like that, we're going to take it out of the water. Make sure you drain any excess water back into the bowl. Just like that, we're turning it over and positioning it straight down on the table. Now with Oasis in general, it is advised to water it every single day, because if Oasis dries out, you're going to have a problem. Always remember, gerberas prefer their water in the vase to be shallow. So just like that, we're going to be placing the gerbera into the wreath. Now with the candles that I made earlier, what we're going to do with those is that we're going to place them on the side, just like that. You've got your oriental lilies, which are very long lasting. I like to call them premium lilies. And as you can see, they've got beautiful, vibrant flower heads. Now I've just cut that, so cut it again. Make sure you cut your stems on an angle, because it makes the insert a lot more easier. Let me hold that up. Now, that's more or less almost finished. Now, if you want to add a bit of glitter to your floral arrangements, I suggest you get some glitter. Now, this glitter it's a spray glitter. It's silver in colour, and I love glitter, especially this time of year, Christmas. So what you do with that is that you just three vases filled up with water, and I'm going to be adding a bit of flowers to this Bermuda triangle. Using your secateurs, measure your leaf against your vase like so. Make sure that the water is more or less above the stem of your plant material. And as I said earlier, we need to slip on the heels, which means cut your stems on an angle. Now the angle cutting allows the water in from the side, and just like that, we are placing the leaf inside the vase, and slipping on the heels again, some roses to the mix. Now with roses, if your flower head is very tight, like it's a very tight bud, don't be scared to manipulate the petals like so using your fingers, and that more or less creates the bloomed look. So just like that, again, slipping on the heels, we're going to be using the petals of the rose more or less like sprinkles, like so. So a bit of colour. Now that looks sensational, and this arrangement can be done under 5 minutes flat, and it's not going to cost you the world. So as you can see there, we've got 2 duplicate squat looking vases, and I'm going to give them a facelift. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to be using my cabbage leaves, and we're going to give them a bit of a trim down the bottom, like so. So what we're doing here is that we're more or less using the cabbage leaf to wrap around your glass container, and with your elastic band you're going to go over the leaf like so. Measure your baby's breath against your vase, and that's just an indication of how much to take off the stems, and just like that. As I said earlier, we need to slip on the heels like so, and we're going to be more or less lacing the baby's breath with a bit of red roses, like so. So I'm going to be using that today. Now just like that, just cut the ribbon and I'm placing it over my elastic band like so, with the petals that we used earlier for the past arrangement. Just sprinkle some petals around your floral arrangement like so. And there you have it, folks. Festive season, eat your heart out. Now this is the best arrangement by far. I've kept the best till last, and this arrangement is called the Forbidden Christmas Apple. So why have I called it that? Is because we're going to be using apples, miniature apples in this floral arrangement. And just like so, we're going to be filling up the vase like this. What we're going to do in order to add stability to the vase is that we need to add some water to the vase. So what we're going to be doing is using this vase to fill up the arrangement like so. Now I'm going to be introducing you to the philodendron leaf. Now this is an old leaf and it's about 5 weeks old. Now it doesn't look that attractive, but what I've done is I've sprayed it with some paint. So these are acting like doilies around the vase. Now how good does that look? Now I've got some Hypericum, St. John's wort. Now that looks very festive. So what we're going to be doing is cutting it down like so and putting the stems into the water in and amongst the miniature apples. Okay, now this floral contestant is the beautiful and low maintenance agapanthus. Now it's everywhere you go now in Sydney, summertime, and I'm going to be using it in today's floral arrangement. So what we're going to be doing is gathering 3 at a time like so, giving them a bit of a haircut, and then placing them into the arrangement. An arrangement is not complete without some garnishing. So what we're going to do again is with some agapanthus. This time we're going to be cutting it at the neck like so. We're going to be using them more or less like pom-poms or snowflakes. Now isn't that magic? I think so, and let's hope you think so. Well, thank you for joining me on EWTV. I'm your host, Mercedes Sarmini, and also known as Flowers by Mercedes. And let's hope that this festive season is going to be as magical as the beautiful flower recipes that I've got around me. So if you want to learn more about this season's festive floral arrangements, visit www.flowersbymercedes.com.au, and remember, good things come to those who flower. Until then, we'll see you next week.